Everybody, welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. We have got plenty coming up on the show. As always, the two-time gold medalist, two-time Olympian, Britt Elmsley joins us. Britt, how are you going?
Yeah, good. Good to be here.
I reckon if I had a couple of gold medals, honestly, I'd wear them everywhere I went. Do you know where your two are at the moment? Where are they?
Yeah, they're just hidden in a random cupboard.
Hidden in a random cupboard,
Yeah.
In the sock drawer at home or something, are they?
Yeah, I'm not going to give away secrets.
Have you ever thought about framing them, though? I'll welcome you in a minute, Baz.
Yeah.
Barry Curtin, the other co-host, is with us as well. He did play 20 games of Sheffield Shield. It's kind of comparable to two gold medals.
Yes,
well done on your career. Yep.
I will display them, I think, I don't know, later in life maybe. Just, whip up a cabinet or something. But I don't know, you don't look at them often.
Do you ever fear that they'll get stolen? Because we've seen over the journey houses that get broken into, that they get stolen. And often the athletes get them back, and some don't, of course. It'd be horrendous to lose it.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's why I just keep it in a random
spot.
Like, because, they're not going to know that there's gold medals in some random
so that's
drawer.
why you won't tell us where they are.
Probably, most
All right,
likely.
let's get on with the good news this last week. Aussie cyclist Jai Hindley became the first Aussie to win the Giro d'Italia as a 26-year-old. He nearly won it a year ago. But a couple of things about it. This is the second oldest cycling race in the world. It's 6 years younger than the Tour de France. I don't think people in Australia realise how big this race is that Jai's just won. It is massive. Yeah. There are a couple of things that were exciting for him. He hasn't seen his parents for nearly 2.5 years. He saw them on a stopover back in 2020 in Perth. Yeah. They were at the finish line. So Robin and Gordon, his mum and dad, were there. Yeah. He said, that was a great moment. But the thing that got me the most, after he's being interviewed, he said, I'm really proud to be an Aussie. What a beauty. When you get that, of all the things you talk about it, amongst all of it, it's great that I won. I'm just really proud to be an Aussie.
We've pumped that race a couple of times. We've actually gone close a few times. I think a few Australian riders have been really close with that one, but no one's been able to do what Jai's done. Yep. That's a great performance, because I think I read somewhere before, a couple of days before that race, where they were just riding him off a fraction. They're just saying, well, he's probably there.
He's running out of gas on the last
but he's not there. He's there, but he's, I just read that and I thought, well...
But especially like cycling, like they have to relocate at such a young age, and it's paid off for him, which is amazing. And like he's still in touch with his heritage. He's Australian, and he's so proud to be Australian. So it's pretty good, because he's probably lived overseas since he was,
young,
17, 18.
Just like Liz.
We're on the good news. I know you want to get to Liz Cambage, mate, and we will get to it. I promise you we'll get to it, but she does not fall under good news, mate, at this time. Nice to see, of course, big Charlie Dixon back for Port Adelaide to get through the game. Great to see him playing, but he's had to battle some foot injuries to get out and play. It was good to see him play, and then after the game, say, yep, I've pulled up okay.
And he pulled up okay?
Yep.
Oh, mate, he was nearly on a defibrillator. He was absolutely...
I'm talking about his injury, not oxygen.
Mate, seriously, he was absolutely knackered.
Oh, it's tough
at the end of that game. Well, I think the conditions got him in the end. And of course, it is a big jump. I don't care what anyone says.
Massive.
SANFL to AFL is a big jump. It's a massive jump. And he was always going to struggle at the end of that game. But they left him on.
Yep.
He played the whole game, and I think he needed to.
He did.
He'll be better for that. But
it was just honestly, great to see the big fella.
It would have been 10 minutes after Phil before he did that interview, because honestly, mate, when he was coming off the ground, you would have thought, oh, no. Just put him down.
Mate. An hour later, mate, he was on his way to Taylor Bend to fix up his cars and run around the track out there, mate. This one you'll love. You might not be across this one, but Bobby Clayton received a life membership from the Oceania Hockey Federation. Bob's been in hockey for 65 years.
Wow.
For 15 years, he's sat on the board for Oceania, trying to get the Oceania nations into hockey. He's done a great job. He's been a player, a coach and an administrator, so well done to getting his life membership. Of course, his daughter, I think it's Jane Claxton's a hockey roo, so I reckon she was at Burnside Hockey Club. So he's not only done all that, he's supplied a great player as well.
Those people...
Oh, you can't get them, mate.
And I think every sport would have one.
Yep.
The swimming would have one, where they've been around for 30 years, just getting the towels.
They just love it.
Doing whatever. They're diamonds, absolute diamonds. Without them, seriously, and we say it's cliche and all that, but without him, you haven't got a sport.
No,
that guy would have done amazing things in hockey.
Life membership of Oceania Hockey Federation. So congratulations to Bob. The City to Bay Fun Run will go this year. So we've been in hiatus for 2 years, expecting to see you. That has been one of the headline stories.
So
I'm back. No. I was disappointed it wasn't there last year.
What are you going to catch the tram, mate?
Yeah. Well, I like to watch it.
Do you? You like to watch it?
I'm running.
You said you're back.
No.
I thought you were in it.
How long to go for?
Well, for you, it'll be a calendar job, mate, not a watch.
I do like people that go in it and how much they work to because they don't want to feel like they want to fall over at the halfway mark. That's the thing, you know. And you know, it's a great event, isn't it? Because you get people wheeling babies and blokes with cows' heads on them. It's a great. I love it. I think it's a great.
You've never run in it? You've never run in it?
No, I've never run, mate. I wouldn't run out of sight in a fog. I'm not the greatest runner. Never have been. My whole family are the same. We're not. We're little sprinters. We're not
short bursters.
We're short
bursters. Swimmers are the worst runners in the world.
Yeah.
You know what we're like in water?
That's
what they're like in running. So you haven't done it. No,
I haven't.
Would you?
I haven't.
Could you see yourself ever running to do a little run?
I don't really have any desire to. I feel like it'd be a bit too painful to try and get through.
Did you use your running at all with your swimming?
Every now and then, a good cross training, but it would just lead to soreness and injury. So it usually does more harm than good.
Oh, seriously.
But thank you very much for saying that. When people tell me to run, I'll tell them it leads.
But that was relevant
injury.
to swimming,
That was for swimmers, mate.
Not land animals.
First one I ran with Mark Williams and Anthony Williams.
Okay.
And Choco and Anthony talked the whole way. I said, "You two blokes are kidding, aren't you? I'm just trying to get from A to B, mate. Can we simmer it down a bit?" Because it was a competition and who could keep talking through the whole race. And neither of them, because they're both so competitive,
do you know what takes that out of you, Phil? Talking while you're running?
Oh, yeah, no, listening to it takes it out of you more. I can give you the tip on that. We have got plenty coming up on the show. Before I get to close, we need to get over to Millie, of course, the wonderful Millie with the sporting news. Millie, what have you got for us?
Thanks, Phil. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another week in sport, one that has seen upsets and underdogs take home the glory. A little hard work is all it takes to taste success, and Australia's own Jai Hindley is a testament to just that, becoming the first Australian rider to win Italy's cycling tour. The 23-year-old finished 1 minute and 18 seconds ahead of tipped favourite and 2019 world champion Richard Carapaz following the time trial. Hindley struggled in 2021 with injury and sickness, withdrawing midway through the 2021 Giro d'Italia, but nothing stopped him this year as he stormed into the lead in the penultimate stage by dropping his overall rivals on the fearsome Marmolada climb. Hindley's Giro d'Italia win saw him next to Cadel Evans as the only two Australians to win a Grand Tour in cycling history. After a weather-delayed race and a 2-hour timing rule, 32-year-old Mexican Red Bull driver Sergio Perez took home the Monaco Grand Prix, a win that many did not see coming. Perez came home 1.1 seconds faster than his Spanish rival Carlos Sainz, with Red Bull teammate and series leader Max Verstappen finishing third on the grid. The final podium standings did leave Frenchman Charles Leclerc furious, as some controversial track calls were made by his Ferrari team. On lap 21, Ferrari pitted both Sainz and Leclerc in an unexpected double stop, which Leclerc claims lost him his grid placing. Red Bull pitted and emerged ahead of the Ferrari rivals, and by lap 26, Perez led ahead of Sainz and doomed Leclerc, finishing fourth for the race. There was no luck for our Aussie driver, Daniel Ricciardo, as McLaren racer had another disastrous performance, unfortunately. He finished 13th on the grid. Ricciardo is yet to finish in the top 5 for the F1 season, with his best position coming in at the Australian Grand Prix in 6th place this year. It was Sergio Perez's first win to the season, though, and his third win of his career, making him the most successful Mexican F1 driver to date. History has been made this week after Australia's Rugby Sevens team beat the New Zealand All Blacks in a thrilling time-on match at the London Sevens tournament for the first time in 20 years. Australia's Henry Paterson was the match standout with a hat-trick, including the match-winning try during extra time. Paterson made a try-saving tackle against New Zealand as Australia went on to beat the All Blacks 19-14. The World Rugby Sevens Series title is now down to the wire as the match decider will be held later this year in August, where all teams will play each other again in Los Angeles. Back on home soil now, where 20,000 people flocked to Adelaide Oval last Sunday to watch the Power take on the Bombers. Port Adelaide dominated the opening term, beating 4 goals while keeping Essendon goalless for the first quarter, although they did have 6 shots at goal. Charlie Dixon was happy to be back, though, on the AFL side, kicking 2 goals for the game, whilst Brownlow medalist Ollie Wines earned himself 29 disposals. Wet weather conditions saw both teams struggle to score during the second half, with Port Adelaide only managing to add 1 goal 8 to the score. Although many Adelaide supporters left the game feeling unconvinced of the Power's performance, ex-captain Travis Boak said Port's best footy is still ahead and there is still promise within their side. Port are the second team in 5 years to overcome a 0-win, 5-loss start to the season, so I'm sure many of you sitting at home today are curious to see how they'll go after this week's bye. The Power are on equal points against Gold Coast and a game behind the Bulldogs, Tigers and Magpies. Port took home the win with a final score of 66-50. I'm Millie Walters and we'll be right back for more after the break with the SA Sports Show.